everyone, so today I'm going to be reacting to the brand new songs that Taylor dropped for the new deluxe version of Midnight, and let's get into it. First up is going to be Karma featuring Ice Spice.
Karma is that girl, like, you talking shit for the hell of it. You see the glare, everyone you burn just to get there. Coming back around. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Sweet like honey. Karma is a cat. Floating like a goddamn acrobat. Karma is your text about a bounce. Karma is a fire in your house. She never leaving you alone. Watch her put your ops on the throne. Leaning for that cash. Thinking it'll save ya. Now you switching up your behavior. I keep my head up, my bread up, I won't let up. Promise that you never endeavor with none less. Winning that pageant. Karma's a relaxing thought. Don't you envious that for you it's not? Me and Karma vibe like that. Ask me what I earned from all those tears. I'm still here. Karma's gonna track you down. Step by step from town to town. Karma is the guy on the screen.
Okay, so my thoughts on this. It is just something that didn't work in my opinion. Now, I actually like Ice Spice's music. I like Munch, example, Bikini Bottom. I also really like In Her Mood, for example. These are songs by her that I like. I enjoy her for what she is. And whenever I heard that this collaboration was gonna happen, it's definitely something that threw me off guard. I know that a lot of other people feel the exact same way. And hearing it for this song in particular, I was like, how is she going to fit into the song? And listening to it, it kind of just felt like they were trying to put a square in a round peg. Like, it just did not fit at all. It just like felt awkward. So basically, this is my favorite song on the album. I've said this before. I think it's one of her best songs. And it's just pop perfection. You don't need to do anything to it. I like it as is. So whenever you throw Ice Spice in and just like where she was incorporated into the song and just how everything flowed, it just was something that didn't work in my personal opinion, and it just took away from what the song is. And I just couldn't really wrap my head around it. It just wasn't something that was given for me. I was thinking about what song on Midnight she could possibly be on that would make more sense. Probably none of them, if I'm honest. But maybe Vigilante shit, and even then, I don't really know. Like you guys know, I really don't care for that song either, and that is a skip for me on the album. But yeah, it's just something I didn't really enjoy listening to, which is a shame because, like I said, I do like Ice Spice's music. But yeah, it just didn't give what needed to be gave with me, and yeah, it wasn't my jam. It wasn't my jam, and that's what I can say. Also, let me take a moment to point out how opportunistic this collaboration is. To those who follow Taylor Swift, you know she's dating Matty Healy, the frontman of the 1975, someone that's very controversial. And yeah, he's just a horrible person, anti-Semitic, homophobic, racist. He also made racist comments about Ice Spice. And I saw something today saying that he gave an apology. I mean, I see that very loosely, by the way, because it just like wasn't really giving a genuine apology, at least. Like, I think it was horrible. He just said a lot of weird things. Just like everything horrible that you can imagine a person doing, he has probably done it. A lot of her fans don't like him either, and I think that by being with him, she's co-signing that behavior. I think it's disgusting. I think it's egregious. I don't support that at all. I just don't know why she would do this. Her reputation is literally in the gutter at this point, and so yeah, it just makes no sense. Even if it's just for PR, like, why would you do that overall? She's getting a lot of backlash for this right now. Her collaborating with Ice Spice, you know, Ice Spice is only going to benefit from this just because of where she's at her point in her career. Taylor's a huge star and everything, so Ice Spice only gains things from doing it. And of course, you know, Taylor benefits from it to a certain extent, which is why she's doing it in the first place. And it's just like so easy to see like where she's coming from with her moves. It's like giving calculated, and it's just like there's easier ways to fix this, like maybe break up with him. I don't know. It's just like it's not giving to me. It's not giving to me, and it's just like very egregious that, you know, this is happening. Of course, you know, seeing all that and all the, you know, backlash she's getting for that, of course, what's she gonna do? A bunch of damage control, like she always does. Every time Taylor Swift gets in a controversy, I've noticed that she releases new music to try to distract people from the controversy. That's what she does every single time, and that's what she's gonna keep doing. So, you know, the fact that this is the first time that she's collaborated with a black woman 17 years into her career, let's take a moment and unpack that. And people might say like, oh, she's worked with, you know, writers or producers that are black and da-da-da-da, and she's worked with Future and Kendrick. I'm talking about a black woman. 17 years into your career, and this is the first time you're working with a black woman. That is just something that doesn't sit right with me. You see, it's very opportunistic in the way that she's trying to shift in all this other stuff, like, oh, I'm not racist, I have black friends. Like, that's what it's giving to me. And so I just think that that is something that was like done in poor taste. It doesn't seem like it's something that's genuine. And like the post on it, you really expect me to believe that Taylor's sitting down listening to Ice Spice's music? I really don't believe that, honestly. I saw multiple things about this on social media, you know, just pointing out that this is kind of just like opportunistic and stuff. I'll put some tweets on that I really agreed with in terms of that subject. So there's that. And then I also saw some people saying like maybe they already worked on this months ago and it's just not coming out, or I don't know. It's just giving damage control. I just feel like her team like encouraged her to reach out to her, do the song together, and now like we're at this moment because her and Ice Spice collabing really does not make any sense. I could see Ice Spice and someone else collabing, but not Ice Spice and Taylor. And on this song, again, it doesn't make any sense either. So whenever you have the fact that the song is not good and then you have everything else going on in it, it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? So yeah, I just don't think that this was the one that they needed to collaborate on. Maybe they could have come up with something new together. So yeah, that's like how I feel on it. I'm sure some of you guys are like, okay, well, if you think all this stuff about how controversial the whole Maddie Healy thing is and whatever, and just how bad faith that is, which it's a lot to unpack there and research and find out why he's a horrible person, I don't have time. Then why are you listening to the music? Because I enjoy Taylor Swift's music. Kind of just like let go of liking her as a person like a bit ago. The music is good. I enjoy the music for what it is, and I think that she deserves to be held accountable for what she's done. I have said that multiple times in the past. When I have held her accountable for stuff, her fans were racist towards me in the comments. So before, you know, you type in the comment, think, is this racist and should I delete it? Probably yes, because you guys are not beating the racist allegations. I think a lot of Swifties are racist. I think you guys need to sit down and unpack that. Overall, the whole Maddie Healy situation is definitely something that is disappointing. It's egregious and everything like that. And a lot of people kind of like shouted what their perception of her was and everything. For me, I disconnected from her like as a person, like what we know of her like a bit ago. I like her music. I will appreciate it for what it is there. Yeah, I just think it's weird that a lot of Swifties are trying to like justify the situation. There is no justification for it. It's awful on every single standpoint. Like nothing about it is good. And it's also funny to me, a lot of Swifties like built their platform off of, you know, Taylor and all this other stuff. And then whenever it's time to talk about this situation or the white feminism or anything like that, they want to wash their hands of it. They don't want anything to do with it. And I just think that we should hold her accountable whenever she does things that are wrong, and everybody else in the music industry for that matter. And that's something that I try to do, and that's something that I definitely would like to note and everything. I know my comments are going to be hell, but it is what it is. Like, it's just going to be whatever. People are going to be racist, like, and we move. Like, my opinions are my opinions, and so that's what I'm thinking there. But yeah, just like seeing how the black Swifties feel about it and the Swifties of color and all those things, it's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. It's disappointing. It's weird. So we will see what happens there. Like I said, I appreciate the music. I listen to the music. I will listen to Speak Now Taylor's version whenever it comes out. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys, but I'd like to know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments about everything. Are you still going to be supporting the music? Are you not sure? All those different things I'd like to see. Next up, I'm going to listen to the new version of Snow on the Beach featuring more Lana Del Rey. Okay, so my thoughts on this. I can appreciate that she saw what the fans wanted and she gave them that by having more of Lana Del Rey on the song, because you basically can not really hear her on the original. You have to focus really, really hard to hear a little bit on the background vocals and such. I honestly prefer the original. I've said this before. Lana Del Rey just isn't really like my bag. Listen to her music, it tends just not be for me. Great songwriter. Her voice isn't really my particular jam, I will say. And so just like what Taylor's setting up with a song and then Lana comes up and just kind of throws a wrench into it. For me personally, just not really my jam. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people are going to love this version of the song. Personally, I'll just go back to the version that was on the standard version of the album. Also, I did see something on social media recently saying that Taylor wanted her to sing the second verse of the song, but she didn't know that she was going to be the only artist that was featured on it and that she was just focused on doing the backgrounds or something like that. So that was definitely something that was interesting to read for sure. And so those are my comments on the song. Last up, I'm going to listen to Hits Different. I've heard the song probably like 10-15 times. I'm not even gonna lie. I just want to listen to it again for this video and give you guys my thoughts on it after I re-listen. So let's get into it. So my thoughts on this song, this is one of my favorite songs that she's done all the way throughout the career. I really appreciate it. I think the bridge is great. I just love everything about it, and I just think that it's pop perfection. Should have made the standard version of the album. And now that I'm talking more about this, I probably talked about this whenever I did like a review of the album, share my thoughts on every single song. I'll put down the cards right here if you guys would like to check that out, of course. And yeah, I just wanted to listen to it again, just like give a refresher, even though I listened to it like a fair amount of times already. So overall, my thoughts on this new version of Midnight. The song that I'm going to be keeping is Hits Different. The other two are basically a chop for me. I'll probably listen to the Karma remix like a couple of times just to like wrap my hand around it and just like, yeah, I don't think it's going to grow on me though, if I'm being honest. I know that there's another song that she did called You're Losing Me, which is going to be available on side. I think the East Rutherford shows, I believe, something like that. I don't know if we'll get that on streaming at some point. I think the fact that she has like 87 versions of this album is ridiculous. We have 5 vinyl versions of this. We have the CD for Target. Now she's giving us another version of the album on streaming. There's the other CD. And it's like, why couldn't we have 2 versions of the album? The 13 song original, and then now she could have gave us the rest of the songs. Because why are we having 87 different versions of the song? Like, let's be serious for a moment. So like, there's that moment of it. I'm not buying another vinyl for this album. Like, I already have the ones that were gifted to me for my birthday. I'm not getting another one. Like, I already have this album 5 times. And yeah, that's just how I feel about everything, and those are gonna be my thoughts on all the songs. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments and everything. If you guys want to see more videos on Taylor, I'll have a card on the screen right here. It's where you guys can go to. We get the end of this video and link down in the description. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy it, give it a like down below. It helps me out a lot. I very much appreciate it. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Hit the bell to get a notification to your phone when I post. You're not missing brand new videos come out. First link down below in the description is gonna be my second channel. Subscribe for more content over there. I have Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok if you guys like to follow me on those. I am also going to be having a link to stream the new version of the album if you would like, and lastly, links to educate you guys in important situations. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.